Welcome to Naughty Dog.
Hey, how are you?
It's a good job. You know, they use the word family a lot here. It's like family, dysfunctional.
Yeah, it's fun. It's like having brothers in a weird way. Like really gross brothers you don't like.
I hate them all.
It's like having a bunch of brothers and sisters around.
Now it's like I've worked here long enough that I've got to know these guys. Like like my brothers, like that dude over there. Yeah, so yeah.
It's a nice little kind of marriage, so to speak.
And the people are really great to work with. It's a nice atmosphere.
We hate each other sometimes, we love each other sometimes.
But I've found a happy place here.
I've never had this intimate of a relationship with my coworkers in the sense that if you have a problem with someone, it's almost like you're dating them. You go outside and you'd be like, I don't really appreciate the way you were talking to me that one day.
We have a lover's quarrels often.
We hold hands a lot. Yeah, we come into the office. He'll bring me breakfast.
Camera is like, kind of does censor us a little bit. It's unfortunate.
I can throw things at Marianne, so we're good. We're a good team.
It's good being a game designer at Naughty Dog. We have a lot of fun.
Know thy player, know thyself.
Oh, get out of here.
Yeah.
Just like home. Just like home.
One of the things that appeals to me about working here is the collaborative environment. I mean, the way it affects the work is that pretty much anybody can say anything at any time.
We are a special kind of company, and as much as pretty much everyone here is a game designer. Everyone here is a game designer, but everyone at the company is encouraged to have input into the process of creating this game.
It's really collaborative. I mean, everyone just kind of works together and bounces ideas off of each other and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's from the president on down. You can go to anybody and say, hey, how are we going to do this? How's this going to work?
I can't tell you how many times I'll be sitting here and then hear somebody have a conversation over there and go, oh, wait, I know how to solve that problem. Or I'll be talking to somebody and somebody else will say, hey, wait, you're doing this wrong. I know exactly what you should be doing.
I just go to talk to anybody. Like, hey, man, I need some help with this. You're this guy. You're the lighting guy. Can you help with this?
It's cool because you can just pop your head up over a pod and say, hey, Tate, come here. And he'll come help you.
Everyone's so proactive. Everyone's constantly coming over to you and asking questions and suggesting things, and you're going over to them.
Because of the communication, not only does it make us all like work together better, but it solves so many issues that if we were in separate offices or separate pods, we'd never know what the other person was working on or what they're doing.
If something sucks about your level, guarantee you will have a dozen people in your face that day saying, so do you have a plan to make this awesome?
You're gonna have like 6 people on you in an hour telling you why this sucks and why you have to change it. And it won't be just programmers or designers, it'll be artists, it'll be testers, it'll be like everybody. So that's one of the reasons we end up with better games.
There's no such thing as straight, just really dark criticism. It's just people trying to help you build upon what your initial idea is.
We'll just iterate on it, change it around, and make it fun to play. That's what we're doing here. We're trying to make games that are fun to play.
You're constantly running around talking to some awesome animator, some amazing visual effects artist, and then coming back to your desk and working in the tools and like putting it together yourself with your own hands, and that's just amazingly satisfying.
It's a privilege and a pleasure to work with everybody here because they're respected in their fields. They're very good at what they do. Everybody here has 3 things in common: talent, determination, and passion.
Naughty Dog is just made up of many, many extremely creative people who are, I think most importantly, really concerned about getting their own work looking as best as it can.
We recognize everybody's strengths and we leverage everybody's strengths.
They've collected a bunch of people that are really competent and really good at what they do, and they, as much as possible, try and stay out of their way and let them do what they do.
I haven't met a single person at this company who doesn't know what they're doing.
When I found out that I got my job at Naughty Dog, I freaked out. I called everybody, I screamed, I jumped around, I danced.
It's really hard to get a job here. So once I was able to get a job here, I was like, yes, finally.
There's a lot of egos too, just like any place, and there's a lot of talented people, and so that's going to mean a lot of egos. And I think everyone has a mutual respect.
Last game, our level of cinematics were here.
pretty high, I think. And then I think this game, our cinematic level is going to be up here. Camera can't get that high.
We have an awesome programming team who gives us the tools that allows us as artists to take our creativity as far as it can go.
They're not completely focused exclusively on the technical implementation. They want to know why they're doing it. They want to know how it's going to make the game better and how it's going to be awesome.
To be able to do multiplayer came about from people experimenting with technologies themselves in their own time, and then it was like, oh, we can use this.
Programmers know it. They're designers. They don't need that from us, which is amazing. It's incredible. And it also makes us feel like frauds.
Well, it's different from a lot of places. There's not a whole lot of structure here. There's not a whole lot of hierarchy.
We really try to break down the hierarchy so there's not all these kind of levels of like, oh, well, he's somebody, so he can't say this and da-da-da-da.
You want to just go directly to the person who knows what they're doing, so you don't have to go up the hierarchy and down again. You just go straight there and get it done and get it fixed much faster because of that.
All of them do work. No one's a suit here. So you respect them because they know what they're talking about.
People who tell us what to do are the people who are actually creating the game themselves. So it's good because they know what they need.
It's run by artists and programmers and people that care about what they're doing. And there's not a lot of bureaucracy.
There's no meetings. It's just, if you need something, you go get the designer and you say, hey, here's what I'm working on. Does this work for you? And they say yes or no, and they give you feedback and you change it, and that's it.
We have no producers. That really gives me a lot of freedom. Also, a lot of responsibility. I'm really in charge of, my own stuff. And when when shit doesn't go right, they're on my tail about it.
It's like this organic thing that sort of grows in every direction by itself, and every once in a while the hand of God comes down, slaps it back. and that's kind of how we do it here, which is cool.
My favorite days are like Mondays and Tuesdays because Mondays I've got yoga at lunch, and then Tuesdays and Thursdays we play basketball.
A lot of us go to the gym, basketball. We're going to be playing basketball in 20 minutes.
We get free lunch on Wednesdays, breakfast and cereal and coffee, and we're in the heart of Santa Monica.
This is my naughty dog. His name is Jack, and we'll bring him in every once in a while.
And then suddenly your toe was being licked, and it was a little bit scary sometimes because I thought Ryan was under the desk.
Nice. Makes it feel like home. I mean, we have a little trumpet running around. It's like, hi, trumpet. Just can't feed her too much, and she'll get fat.
Dude, how's that? I'm like, it's awesome.
I'm sure it'll be awesome.
It's an awesome thing.
It's been awesome.
It was awesome.
It's awesome.
Awesome.
Working here is just awesome.
It's pretty awesome.
Make it even more awesome. And you're like, okay, we're on the same wavelength. Make it awesome. Make it awesome. Good. And then you come back like a day later, and it's there, and it's awesome.
Awesome? Really? That's the word they used?
Man, we thought the designers had a better vocabulary than we did, but apparently not.
Yeah, but I've been saying the same thing over and over again. It's like we're here to do one thing, and that's make a great game.
It's really about having passion for what you're doing and want to see it through. And that's, really the through line for the last 10 years that I've been here. And I think we'll continue to be. That's the only way we can get the perfection and the quality that we get.
Of the 13 years I've been here, it's probably the strongest Naughty Dog it's ever been. Definitely.
Put it against your head like Michael Jordan.
Let me start that again.
Out of my craziest imagination, I can't imagine using yak crap in poo patties on your wall.
The reality is I just hit the table with my head.
Every pixel's a photon, and you start to feel the game and live the game. Next thing you know, you're inside the game.
But, Hong's not telling you that he takes amazing pictures of beautiful women in his spare time.
Yeah, well, payback's a bitch.
Oh, crap.
I'm last year's model.
Where there's golds, there's guns.
What was the question?
And working with him. Let me try again.
Cut.
Late at night, we use
It was good you just called yourself a designer.
Yeah. Can cut that, right?
You should really do real world style. Like,
Do you guys
wanted
bleep?
to
Would you guys just bleep stuff out? Would you still use the footage, but you just bleep that shit out right then?
For Uncharted 2, we had a little bit more time, and so we could really attack the hardware this time around. We saw a huge target in helping out the graphics chip by offloading some of the work to the SPUs. And when we started doing that, we realized that the SPUs are really good at doing this kind of work. We added more functionality to it so that it all could be done on the SPUs and really efficiently and with much higher quality than before. Our characters, they typically have 80,000 polygons in one character, like the main character. In total, what we try to push through to the graphics chip is about 1.2 million triangles that we try to draw every frame. We do a lot using the cell processor. We make heavy use of assembly programming, which is really nitty-gritty programming.
Uncharted has animation blending as a core feature of our technology, a core feature of how our characters move, and it's incredibly unique to the way we're approaching the problem of producing a really high-quality animation.
We can have animations that range anywhere from just a couple of animations to up to 20, 30 animations at one time affecting a character, affecting them in various parts like hands, face, shoulders, back, and legs.
You don't have to have an animator animate every single possible combination of the player putting away his weapon while jumping or running and shooting or all these different things. Really, no animator can animate enough animations to produce the same look that we've been able to do by mixing and matching, by layering animations on top of each other, by blending between animations even on different layers. And that really gives the player a lot more control over what he wants to do that's not limited by our animators.
We added more functionality to it so that, for instance, the camera motion blur, it all could be done on the SPUs and really efficiently and with much higher quality than before. So we added lots of things on top of it, including bloom and downsampling, the focal blur. And the interesting thing about the focal blur is that we're actually being very accurate, so that when you fight with a character, we can focus on what's happening in close combat. Whereas when you aim at someone far away, we can focus on what's happening far away, and things that are near blur out. So it really guides your eye, maybe in the same way that your eyes focus on something in a distance or close. Now that we don't have to do the post effects using the graphics chip, that means that the graphics chip can do more, which means that we can render more polygons and have more interesting background. So all in all, it's a huge benefit for the graphics.
Oh, crap.
We really wanted to push the PS3, which we knew we could push even further from what we had done with the first game. And we went from 150 objects for the first game. This game, we're capable of over 500 objects in like just a couple of milliseconds.
And that has allowed us to make the world come to life, to really feel real, feel like you're not in this like frozen wasteland, but really that you're in a building that's being destroyed, that you're in a war zone with everything going on around you, that things are more real than they ever have been before.
And it shows, given the SPUs and just the harnessing the power of the PS3, we can now take it so much further. And Uncharted 2, we've really taken it the next step.
Because our game is very much an action movie, right? So you would expect to have it look sort of like a movie. It's still stylized, but movie-like. And so we made a filmic filter for the high dynamic range, so we could play much more with the light values. It looks much more believable, and also it sort of solves a lot of the shadowing problems that you sort of expect to see. So it really puts everything together in a sort of a cohesive way. Hard to do, but the benefits are huge because you can make real magic happen.
There's chocolate? Like you look for like. We hate management, we hate meetings, we don't like long emails.
If you see something in the game that you want to fix, don't ask permission, just go in there and make it awesome.
Yeah, people are asking us like, what's your secret? Yeah, what are we all about?
It's always sort of a corny answer, but it's really the people. And, we have really strict hiring practices. Every single discipline has a test that we give people, and we have a very thorough interview process as well. We really want to make sure that the people we're bringing in are going to work with the way we like to work, which is everybody's got to be very self-motivated, self-starters. We don't have very much management.
We say like we don't hire people so they can work for us, but we hire people so we can work with them.
We hired people because of their talent and their creativity, and we want people to just get in there and collaborate, because that's where the magic happens, really. I mean, when you've got a programmer working with an animator or a modeler working with a text artist, and they're sitting right next to each other and they're communicating on a daily basis.
Like
bureaucracy or
hierarchy, all that stuff. That's just like this is not us, and we are like just trying to be as plain as we can in terms of our organization, try to be efficient, go to the point, and get it done. Just like we trust everyone just to be on top of what they have to do.
Well, and that's the thing. I mean, I think we're somewhat spoiled because, as we're saying, we have this amazing team, and we've got these people that we can trust, and they're going to do great work even if they have very minimal direction.
No.
And that's the kind of people that we want to bring into Naughty Dog. I mean, in the end, that environment can kind of be chaotic, but that's sort of what we all thrive in, and it's organized chaos, and sometimes not so organized chaos. But in the end, I know we've got the team that can pull off those ideas and just make the game even better. So our team size is more than doubled in just the last probably 3 years, and we're still trying to maintain that small game company feel. We're trying to make sure that everybody feels like they've got a say in the production, and everybody's got a voice to be heard. I feel like every single day I come to work, I learn something. And I'm being pushed by my peers around me to keep up with the state of the art.
After shipping a game, we tell people, you know what, just go ahead. I mean, just try things out. You have no direction whatsoever. You have 3 months, do whatever you want to do.
Actually, a lot of the greatest ideas that ended up in the game of Uncharted 2 came out of that period of time, that first 3 months between Uncharted 1 and when we fully hit production of Uncharted 2. So that period of time of just being able to be creative without restriction, I think really helps the entire production process. We are very communicative with the game development community at large. We talk to other developers within Sony and even other friends in the industry, and just try to bounce ideas off them, see how they've got their studio set up.
If we know great guys who are making great games, and we're gonna ask them if they want to come by at our studio, and so they can check it out. We're really, really open about what we do. We're trying to share it with other developers within Sony, outside Sony.
Now the teams are so big, the development process is so complicated.
The challenges are so different.
That just having the idea is only the first step, and you've still got 99 more steps before you're actually going to be able to implement that idea.
Evan comes from design, and he's still doing design work. I come from programming. I'm still doing programming work, and
so everybody from top to bottom works on the game. Actually has a task that they're producing work that's making the game better. Nobody's just managing a schedule or pushing papers. We want the decision to be in the hands of the people that are doing the work.
This is our first passion, and we don't want to lose that. I think we will probably lose some of the energy that we have if we can spend some time doing what's our first passion. Somehow it works, and cross our fingers. But yeah, it works.
Sorry, fellas. This belongs to me. Damn it! Oh boy. You know, I know a girl that hits harder than that. Real smooth, Nate. Real smooth.